The markets are moving right now, and you need to pay very close attention because this could represent either an opportunity to get absolutely wrecked or the best opportunity to make money in the Bitcoin market that we've seen for the last couple of months. Hello and welcome back. We're diving straight into the charts today to look at BTC because things are moving in pretty much the same way that we described they might move over the last couple of videos. And that narrative is playing out in the market. So currently sitting at $64,537. That means we have broken down beneath 65K. That is our key level at 65K. As we explained previously, 65K was a really key level to flip because that would have put us in a technical uptrend from the 5th of August, and it would have cemented bullish sentiment from a technical perspective because we would have flipped 65K resistance into 65K support. Now, we spoke about the fact that there was a lot of sell-side liquidity upside from 65K and a lot less buy-side liquidity to the downside of 65K. We also spoke about liquidations, how there were liquidations waiting at around about just beneath 65K because, as it seemed, a lot of traders were jumping in on the obvious trade, on the obvious resistance turn support trade, getting leverage into those positions, and were at risk of being liquidated if prices moved just a little bit lower. We also spoke about how there has been a general shift in market sentiment with a lot of traders getting very bullish at the sight of this 65K flip. All these things appear to be coming to bear literally right now as we watch the charts moving. So if we zoom in here on the BTC USD chart, we can see a move of around 2.88% to the downside just this morning as we slipped straight through that 65K level, which could not hold up to provide support for a bullish flip. Now, if we look across to our fear and greed index, we can see that we are down on our score to 61. That's down on yesterday. But of course, this is a lagging index. And as you can see, the next update is going to happen in 19 hours. I expect to see a bigger slip here in case we catch a bounce, catch a bid from this move down. Now, if we look over to our liquidations map over on CoinGlass, we can see a lot less liquidations looming, at least on the one-day prices below where we are right now. This indicates that a lot of traders have got out of the market either because they have been liquidated already or because they've just cut their positions. That is somewhat corroborated with open interest because we can see that that is down pretty much across the board, which indicates people getting out of positions. And because the market has come down to the downside, that would indicate people getting out of long positions. I think perhaps the most shocking view comes from the order book, where we could see that really clear asymmetry in buy-side liquidity versus sell-side liquidity. As you can see here to the right of the chart, much deeper liquidity to prices upside of where we are now. And interestingly enough, that liquidity kind of lives at prices below 65K, which of course was the level that we were supposed to flip if we were going to see a technical continuation of this move, i.e. resistance turn support. Now, there's a load of asks in the market just above where we are right now, all the way up to that 65K level. Conversely, to the downside, there's just much less bids in the market comparative to that big ask above where we are right now. And where that bid kind of runs out, obviously an order book should thin out at prices further away from where we are right now, just because there's less people placing buy orders and sell orders at prices really far away from where the market price is right now. But nevertheless, where buy-side liquidity runs out to the downside, it's pretty thin at prices below where we are right now, but where it fully runs out is around 62.7. Why is that important? Well, looking back at the chart, from a technical perspective, that was our last key point of support where we put in this cluster before the move up above 65K. So to summarize, there's now asks in the book above us, sell-side liquidity below that key 65K level, and there's just a lot less market participants advertising a willingness to buy at prices immediately below us. The net effect of this is us moving one step closer to a potential setup that we've been hinting at for the last couple of days, where prices move down from here, eventually liquidate some longs here, breaking through key support, and then we have an opportunity to move back down into liquidity at around 60,000 and potentially press on up from there. Because ultimately, it's not all doom and gloom, right? The macro is looking pretty strong. The rate cut, we've got China, we've got upcoming US elections, etc., etc. All I'm saying is directly from here, this sudden move that we've seen to the downside over the last couple of hours could well be continued. And that is where opportunity comes in because, of course, we do not want to be buying when other people are feeling greedy. We want to be buying when other people are feeling fearful because that means that we could buy Bitcoin, all crypto assets, all assets full stop for that matter, at lower prices, at undervalued prices, and then our potential for upside is greater from there. Now, as always, that's not financial advice, it's just my opinion, but today my opinion comes with a special caveat, which is that this could all change within the next 10 minutes, within the next hour, within the next 2 hours. Only one thing remains certain, and that is that right now is one of those times where you want to be glued to the screen watching this unfold, because whatever happens now could result in one of the best opportunities that we've seen to get into the market at undervalued prices, and potentially one of the last opportunities that we will see to get into the market at these undervalued prices. In any case, thank you so much for watching. Plenty more to come. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.